Alright guys, welcome back. So yeah, making some progress with our fonts and text properties. So far we've actually seen most of the fonts and text properties, and I wanted to show you something else concerning units, right? In CSS there are units, and I need you to know what each one is for. Most of the times we've used pixels, and pixels is something you call absolute unit. Absolute in the sense that it gives you a fixed dimension. So if you say 2 pixels, it means 2 pixels. um, 2 pixels on big screen, 2 pixels on small screen, it doesn't change. But when you are building responsive websites, it's important you use relative units. And relative units will basically give you value depending on the size of the viewport that you are viewing the website on. So it makes your website responsive. And responsiveness is something we are going to still talk about in in more in future videos in this playlist. But I just wanted to put it out there because sometimes maybe when you're doing your research you can see that pixels is not the only unit there is. That is correct. You have other units, um, like percentage. You can actually do percentage. For instance, where we gave our container class a width, we said 30%. And what that meant is we said take 30% of the width of the entire screen. Right, so that's what this means. If we say 50%, um, so if we say 50%, excuse me, sorry. So if we say 50% is going to take 50% of the width of the screen. And then if we say 100%, it's going to take the entire width of the screen, as you can see. Okay, so that's percentage. You can do that, but the thing is, when you use percentage, you are using percentage of the parent container. But because this div is inside the body, which basically means the entire viewport, so 50, if we give it a width of 50%, we are saying 50% of the viewport. Now imagine if we put this, if we put this inside another container. So let's say we give this paragraph its own border. Okay, so let's say we give it a border of 2 pixels, solid, and green, just like that. Okay, so you can see, you know what, let's give the entire paragraph, not just the span. Okay, so you see, now if we say the paragraph, hold on, yes, if we say the paragraph should have a width, let's say width 50%. Okay, so let's see what's going to happen. So you see, it takes 50% of the width of the parent container, right? Now if we say the parent should take 50%, okay, you see, so the parent is taking 50% of the parent container, which is the body, which is the viewport, while the paragraph is taking 50% of the parent um, container. Does that make sense? So when you use percentage, you are using it relative to the parent container. It will always take that percentage of its parent container. That is percentage. Now there is also viewport height and viewport width. When you specify viewport height and viewport width, you're basically saying take that portion of the entire viewport, right? So let's talk about that in the next video.